everyone. Hi. Sorry I'm here. I have arrived. Sorry, I was playing Pokemon while waiting, and I thought I'd have time, but the person I'm versing is taking so long to play their turns. And I was like, I can't let the music go again. So give me a moment. Give me a second. The game's nearly over, but they are taking a phenomenal amount of time for their turns. It's driving me nuts. Hello, hello. We'll get to gaming. Let me put on music. I just wanted one game between working. And it's the longest game I've ever played. Do you like my little guy, by the way? Do you like him? I like him. Oh, great heavens, it seems I may have lost. No, there's still hope for me yet. You shouldn't be staring at me while I'm gaming. Look at my editing screen. Mama Mad Dog, oh thank you. Whoops. Oh my god. Mini Mad Dog, hi Mini Mad Dog, how are you doing? I hope Mini Mad Dog is having a fantastic day with Mama Mad Dog. And having a happy Easter. Eating a lot of Easter eggs. If they're allowed to. Damn, I lost. All of that and I lost my game. Yum. Right, let's get to work. Is Sanji third? Guy with 3 eyes? Sanji's third? That is so on brand. Nami being second is surprising. No, it's actually not that surprising. She did appear before Sanji. Who am I looking for? I mean, Law being in front of Jinbe is not surprising. Law was around for a very long time before Jinbe joined the crew. Oh, thank you. I 100% think Loki cares about Lola still. 100%. I think he clearly loved her. To the point he wouldn't even accept a twin. I also think Nami will be the one to ask Loki about Lola, because Nami's the one that actually heard the story. Or, on the other hand, Loki could bring up Lola, and Sanji being there will think Lola, because Sanji also had that affiliation with Lola. I'm still a bit sick, but I can function. And that's what matters. Guy with 3 eyes, you feel like a yapper. Imagine how I feel like. Bro, people come into my streams just for me to yap and I still feel annoying. You pay me to yap, that's insane. I'm a professional ranter. I'm proof that you don't have to be good at something to make it. Because half the time, what the fuck am I talking about? Oh my god. Mama Mad Dog, that is such a cruel way to put it, but I can't say no. You're right, but you shouldn't say it. Ugh. Pee 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 poo. Pee pee poo. Pee pee poo. Pee poo. Hi. No, Gabon's old. I think he can help the Straw Hats, but I don't think he's like in a secret way. Honestly, I think the man with the burn scars is much later on. Because remember, that's the final poneglyph that they need. I think he's much later. I don't think it's Gaban. But I did theorize that the man with the burn scar would be a former Roger pirate. So if it is Gaban, I'm technically right. I did think that the man with the burn scar would be a Roger pirate. I really want Gabon. I really want Gaban and Rayleigh to reunite. I really do. Yeah, if I'm right, it's fine. But I'm just thinking because that final poneglyph is so important that would Oda show it now? It makes sense, but Rayleigh wasn't holding a poneglyph, was he? So I don't know. Like, Rayleigh knew, but he didn't have a poneglyph. Also, the man holding the final poneglyph does have a pitch black ship. We haven't seen Rayleigh Gibbon with one yet, but who knows? Who are those names? Hang on, I gotta look that up. The fucker from Blackbeard's crew? I don't trust that bitch. How do you remember these names? Ugh. Is the camera and sound not matching? Hello? Am I off center? Hello? How do I prove this? Do I clap? Is the sound with the camera? It is for me. Maybe restart your stream, I don't know. Yeah, restart your stream. It's probably an internet problem. Yeah. Who the fuck is shoot? Hang on. They're both on Blackbeard's crew. I'm not listening to either of these guys. Yeah, I know him, I just don't know his name. If you said, like, guy on Blackbeard's crew who looks like Michael Jackson, I would have gone, oh. I don't remember his name. I'm a visual learner. Maybe I might care more about them, I might not. As you guys know, I need to see more before I really determine anything. I say as I'm like, ooh, Shamrock! God, I'm a hypocrite. Eating him up. Predictions for next chapter. I don't know. Someone finally fucking tells Sanji what's going on. No one has told him what's going on. Liking villains is more fun, by the way. There are people who like Shanks and there are people who like Shamrock. I'm not saying, like, I'm not saying if you like Shanks you're boring, because you're not. I'm just saying that liking villains is fun. Because they're just heinous on purpose, and that can be fun. I remember Katarina Devon because she's gay. I love her. I can't wait to say in this review, Usopp absolutely adores his father. And for people to go, no! No! Well, he shouldn't! I can't wait for that. It always happens. You always bring up, it's literally a fact that Usopp loves his dad and is proud of his dad, and people want to debate that. And it's like, that's fine, but Usopp loves his dad. You can't stop this. La 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 la. Shamrock's hair is magnificent. What is Usopp's dad is a turd. Wait, what do you hang on, what do you think my opinion on Yasopp is? Yeah, look, I totally disagree with you. I just totally disagree. Because what I'm seeing is Usopp is so proud of his dad for being a pirate, and he wants to be like a great pirate, a warrior of the sea, to see his dad. He wants to make his dad proud, the way his dad made him proud. But be nice. That's not what's happening. No, I don't at all see that Usopp is mad at his dad. I see that Usopp is so proud of his dad, of who his dad is. Like, the reason Usopp's even a pirate is because of his dad. Like, Usopp wouldn't be facing his fears every day just because he's trying to stiff up a lip. He thinks his dad is an incredibly admirable pirate and he wants to be like just like that. And I like the connection between Usopp and Yasopp, and how Yasopp is like, oh my god, I'm not ready to see my son yet, and how Usopp is like, I'm not a brave warrior of the sea yet. Like, they're clearly very similar. They both want to make the other one proud, and it feels like Yasopp thinks he's still not good enough to see Usopp again. Which is so funny because Usopp's been proud of him the whole time. And Yasopp clearly loves Usopp no matter what. He's not scared of being a father, he's just scared of what Usopp thinks of him. He wants to be good enough for Usopp, or big enough for Usopp, but Usopp already loved him. Usopp was already so proud of him. He literally says, I'm the son of a pirate. He's so proud of who Yasopp is. I can't see Usopp ever being angry at Yasopp. The only reason Usopp has his dreams is because of Yasopp. Because once again, Usopp's story opens with, That's okay, Bleep. Don't worry about it. Usopp's story opens with him looking out into the ocean. And it opens with him wanting to be a proper pirate. He just doesn't know how. Both also love sick women. I agree, Usopp's mother dying was just unfortunate. A lot of people blame Yasopp for that, but it's like, Yasopp was encouraged by his family to chase his dreams. They're proud of him. That was incredibly unfortunate timing. It's not like he left when she was sick. She just got sick. That wasn't Yasopp's fault. Yes, Toki did a similar thing with Odin. But all of Usopp's island didn't just suddenly collapse because they needed Yasopp there too. Yasopp wasn't the leader, hang on a minute! Yasopp wasn't the fucking shogun of Syrup Village. Right, Olvia as well. You could easily talk shit of Olvia, but no one does. For some reason, Yasopp gets the brunt of it, when there are tons of parents in One Piece that have left their children, but they haven't actually left their children. They've just been encouraged and given support to chase their dreams. But people, I think the reason people give a pass to Olvia is because, but she's doing great for the world. As if being a pirate isn't something that is supposed to be influential in One Piece. You again? Who are you? But yeah, no, I don't think Usopp at all feels any resentment towards his father. I think he feels nothing but pride towards his father. He just wants to be a man like his dad. It's not, look, you can call Yasopp a deadbeat dad. The thing that upsets me is people saying Usopp should be angry at his dad, or Usopp doesn't like his dad, when that is so far from the truth. Usopp literally wouldn't be where he is if he didn't like his dad. He's so proud of his dad that he is trying to pursue what his dad is pursuing as a pirate. He's so proud of his dad that he wouldn't take any shit talk about Yasopp. No shit talk. He says, I'm the son of a pirate. Never talk about my father like that. He loves his dad. His dad is literally his pride. Which is why it's like, you're okay, you can call Yasopp a deadbeat dad, but Usopp clearly loves him. But Yasopp isn't just Usopp's hero, he's Usopp's dad. This is like Luffy and Roger. Luffy meaning Roger might be different, but this isn't just Usopp's hero, it's his dad. That's a whole different thing. Yasopp is clearly not like a dickhead. Like, Usopp's not gonna meet Yasopp. And then Yasopp's gonna be like, actually, I hate you and I hate like, you know what I mean? Yasopp clearly loves his son. The reason Luffy even knew who Usopp was because Yasopp couldn't stop talking about Usopp. They clearly love each other. But he's not resentful. Mama Mad Dog, where does it show that Usopp is resentful? If Usopp were resentful, why in the world would he be following in Yasopp's footsteps? If Usopp were resentful, he'd hate pirates. He'd hate that his dad left. But instead he says, I'm the son of a pirate. I can dream. I want to be a pirate. I want to be a brave warrior of the sea. I see no indication at all that Usopp has any resentment towards his father. None. If there were resentment towards his father, we would see a lot more of that. There's just absolutely nothing that shows that Usopp holds resentment. If Usopp was resentful towards his dad, he wouldn't literally defend his dad. I don't think he holds any resentment towards us. Everything Usopp does in his life is because he's proud of his dad. He'd be a totally different person if he resented his dad. From what I know, sons that resent their dads don't want to follow exactly what their dads are doing. Right, he punched, Kuro, because Kuro was talking shit about Yasopp, and Usopp will not have it. There's no resentment at all. Like, respectfully, it's just, Mama Mad Dog, there's nothing that backs up that he's resentful. Nothing. If we got a scene of Usopp going, yeah, it kind of sucked that he left, I'd get it, but we don't. It's just Usopp being proud. It's why I can't support that theory, or that thought, because I don't see anything that proves that. I only see that Usopp is so proud of his dad. And he just wants to be like him because of how proud he is of him. Usopp wouldn't be a pirate if he didn't love his dad and if he weren't proud of his dad. Like, he just wouldn't. His dad is the only reason he loves pirates. Mom, what? The connection between Luffy and Mary does not connect to Yasopp at all. Mary was a gift from Kaya. If anything, that proves it. Usopp fought for Mary because of Kaya the same way Usopp fought Kuro because Kuro talked shit about his dad. That doesn't prove anything. Mama Mad Dog, I'm saying, show me where you think Usopp is resentful for his father. That's what I'm asking for here. I can show you tons of scenes of Usopp being proud of his dad. I can't find a single one of Usopp being resentful towards his dad. Also, when Usopp was resentful towards Luffy, he fucking showed that. He didn't hide that at all. He was very upset. He very much admitted that that hurt him. I'm not sure what you're trying to say with that. He didn't hide his feelings from Luffy. He was pissed. So pissed that he started a fight. And of course he was upset because he thought Luffy would replace people, but he very much stood up for what he thought was right there, or what he thought should happen there. If anything, when Usopp actively fights someone, it's because it's what he truly believes in. We've seen it again and again. He stands up when he cannot stand that someone is spouting shit. The same way that Miss Merry Christmas was like, no, Luffy won't be king of the pirates, and Usopp said, say that again and I'll kill you, basically. Usopp he locks in when something has upset him because he truly believes it. Usopp got so angry when Kuroro talked shit about his dad. Where is the resentment there? There is no resentment there. He just loves his father. Usopp lies, but he doesn't hide his feelings. If anything, the Merry argument only proves my point even further. That Usopp will not stand for something that he thinks is unjust. Mama Mad Dog, you haven't answered my question, unless you're rage baiting me. Where is Usopp resentful? If you can show me where Usopp is resentful, tell me, show me. I can show you so many panels of Usopp loving his dad and being proud of his dad. Now, where is Usopp resenting his dad? Anywhere. Any hint of doubt of his father. I'll believe you. If anything, I should be saying that to you. Unless you're rage baiting me, which at this point I think you might be. Because it's fine to have the opinion, but what's your basis on it? It feels like the only basis you have is just personal opinion, not actually what you've read in the manga. Because I don't think you can show me any resentment that Usopp has towards Yasopp. It doesn't exist. All he has is pride. Which is just the truth. It's just the truth. Listen, if you want to start something, sorry. If you want to start a conversation with me, you're gonna need the evidence to back it up. Because I have a whole memory bank in here that I can shoot you with. I'm not always right, but I know about this I'm right. And I know there is not a single moment in the manga that contradicts what I'm saying. I know there's multiple moments that show how proud Usopp is of his dad, because that's Usopp's whole origin story. That he's so proud of his dad being a pirate. If anything, their reunion is going to be Usopp just crying tears of joy in seeing his dad. I think some people are expecting the Usopp-Yasopp reunion to be, "Dad, how could you leave?" It's not going to be. It's going to be Usopp being so happy to see his father and saying, "Look at the man I've become," essentially. I don't know why people want a confrontation between Usopp and Yasopp. He idolizes things as long as he can. So do you think he holds resentment for Dory and Broggy? He idolizes Dory and Broggy and Yasopp. Who else does he idolize? Again, your point doesn't make sense. If anything, Usopp's idolization falls on Yasopp for the pressure, hence why Yasopp is probably worried to meet Usopp. But Usopp is proud of Yasopp no matter what. Usopp also idolizes Luffy, that much is true. Respectfully, there's just nothing that is showing to me that he has any resentment for his dad. There just isn't. There's nothing. Usopp proudly stood up for his father. Really stood up for him. Why would he do that about someone he resents? It doesn't make sense. When Usopp stands up for something, that's how you know he's serious. I don't know, I just think respectfully, a lot of people have this want for Usopp to not want to like his father, and it's just not true. Usopp loves his dad, that's undeniable, and he's proud of him. He doesn't hold any negative feelings towards his father, he holds nothing but pride. Why can't you imagine it going smoothly? What do you think will go wrong? Because I can imagine it going smoothly. I can imagine it being awkward on Yasopp's behalf. But I can imagine it ending in Usopp going, oh my god, Dad, I've finally found you again. Like, they love each other. They'd be so happy to see each other. I think Yasopp is the one who will feel like he's not good enough to see his son. And Usopp doesn't think that at all. Because Yasopp has indicated that he's not ready to see Usopp yet. Look, all I know is every time people talk about Usopp not liking his father, again, it's just... It feels like... Okay, Mama Mad Dog, Yasopp doing something morally grey in the moment to change Usopp's mind, and Usopp currently holding resentment for his father is a whole different conversation. Currently, Usopp holds no resentment for Yasopp. If in the future, Usopp watches or hears that Yasopp did something, that's a whole different thing. But you're talking about Usopp having resentment for Yasopp now, and I'm saying no, he doesn't. He has nothing but pride for Yasopp right now. That's a different conversation altogether. That is basically like a scenario that has been made up and hasn't happened. I mean, it's the fact that Usopp... I'm happy I popped... Wait, so were you fucking with me, Mama Mad Dog? Were you rage baiting? Or do you actually believe that Usopp holds resentment? Now I'm curious. Now I'm very curious. Perhaps. I don't watch other One Piece YouTubers, not because I don't like them, but because it'll affect my own content. I talk to them, don't get me wrong, but I don't watch the content. Mama Mad Dog, it's true. So you're not trolling if you actually believe it. Mama Mad Dog, I do think you are. I think you have a bias. Basically, because what you've told me is no, I can't prove it, I just feel it. and I can't agree with that. Doffy will get redeemed. He's actually a good person. Also, I have to say this, it's only trolling if you don't actually believe what you're saying. It's not trolling if you're genuinely trying to argue something. It'd be trolling if you said, actually, I think Imu will be a good person. What? I'll get you, Flamingo. Flamingo, I fucking hate Baron Chamago. Like, the reason I'm so passionate about Usopp and Yasopp is because I feel like the interpretation of Usopp and Yasopp has just flown crazily out of proportion. And people do genuinely forget the text. And they forget the reason Usopp even is who he is because he loves his dad. And I think that's an unfortunate thing to forget. Disagree with me being a straw hat? With Vivi being a straw hat? See, that's fine. Because I don't know if that's going to be true. I just really want Vivi to be a Straw Hat. No, I don't watch other One Piece YouTubers. I love talking to them, but I don't watch their content because I'm very wary of how that might affect my own content. And I want my own content to be my own ideas, you know? Or my own, like, talked or, you know, back and forth ideas. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a big difference between sitting around a table and scheming with someone compared to just absorbing someone's content without being able to talk about their ideas personally. Like, I love talking to other One Piece YouTubers, I love it, but I'm just conscious of their content affecting me or how I think, and then it'll become a glob of everyone saying the same thing in the same spaces, you know? What? Fuck you, Vegas. Oh my god. No, I don't believe in Croco Mom. I hate Mugiwara no Goofy. And you can put that in text. You can tell him I said that. Oh yeah, Murphy! I feel bad because I talked about how One Piece handles trauma. And then Murphy made a video that was like, she fucking was talking about the same thing I was about to talk about. Murphy, I'm so sorry. But she then prefaced with, but I do think that I have other points. And she did. I did watch that one. But I felt so bad. I was like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, Murphy. I got to it before she did. I love Murphy. Goofy is so funny because he's basically said that it's like, I'm like the scholar and he just sits there and listens to me. All he does is just sit and listen to me while I call him an idiot. And he apparently enjoys that. He had a horrible take about something once in the DMs and I absolutely bashed on him. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He said, I'm sorry for being a man, is what he said. Oh. What is happening? Why does my Vegas keep crashing? I'm just a big bully. I'm more like Omni-Man. Think! I feel like that. I've sent that fucking image, the Omni-Man image. Think! To Goofy so many times. Because something he said pissed me off. I'm like Omni-Man? I didn't realize how that sounded. Do I not have the meme saved? Literally this. I've sent this image to Goofy so many times. And I've said, think, Goofy, think! Sorry. Sorry, I'm writing down ideas for a podcast. You think Chopper does nothing in the time skip thing? Oh fuck, press the wrong button. What is this pee pee poo poo music? Let's get Chimney and Otoko in a pit fight. They have to beat each other up. See, I know Chimney would win, that is the thing. It's a pet cat, Flamingo. Get it right if you're gonna get it right. You say you're a Chimney fan, you don't even remember she has a pet cat. Hi, Bertha. An older sibling can multitask trolling and being right. What an older sibling thing to say. I can troll and be right. Okay, older sibling. Okay. Whatever you say. Because I'm the oldest, so I'm right. But also I'm trolling. You can't fool me. Oh god. Gonbear's a cat! See? Ignore that last part. That doesn't mean anything. Gonbear's a cat. Look, he even says meow. Bro, Gonbear's a cat. I remember this so well because I remember when this happened and I was like, this is why One Piece is good. It's just, why did Oda do this? There was no reason for him to do this. It was just stupid. Yeah. Bro, Gonbear's a cat. Oh god, I gotta pull up the guy. I know, that's right! I'll never forget the person that pointed out the bubbles over his eye can be interpreted as vulnerability, because when he saved Luffy and he was trying to comfort Luffy and saying, Luffy, it's alright! Because he lost his arm, and he was saying, Luffy, are you okay? The bubbles were over his scarred eye. He's being vulnerable. This is so crazy. Fuck, I'm gonna get on a Shuggy binge again. This is just crazy. It's so crazy. Whitebeard hasn't seen this fucker for years. And he's like, so where's your clown? How attached to the hip do you have to be with someone to be associated with them from some old man that you haven't seen in years? That's crazy work. Wait, I'm using this one when talking about Shanks. God, he's funny. I'm gonna actually burst out laughing if Shanks was like, my clown's gone, I'm going back to the Holy Lands. I miss my clown, what's the point? The government calling Shanks and Buggy brothers. I wonder if that's a translation issue. I wonder what they actually say in Japanese. Maybe they call them crewmates or nakama in Japanese. And it was translated to brother. Like, I'm now starting to think, is that actually what they called them in the original? Or is that just a translation? When does that happen? When in Marineford, when it's revealed that Buggy is on the ship with Luffy, and they say Buggy is Shanks's brother, or they say Shanks and Buggy were brothers and Buggy was under the Roger Pirates. They're like brothers. It was something like that. Either way, the Marines called them that, and I was like, I think Buggy would disagree. Buggy would be like, that bomb, no fucking way. The English translation said blood brothers. Yeah, God, I wonder what the original said. Mama Drook? What are you doing here? We weren't just talking about you, but yesterday we were. How are you doing? We were talking about good things, Mama Drook. People really want me to do a video with you and Drook show. Also, you knew that. So it's not brothers, it's just Shanks and Buggy joined the Roger Pirates at the same time. So they did just translate that to brothers. Censorship strikes again. Why does this keep happening? Mama Drook, by the way, so how have you been enjoying... I have things to say. How have you been enjoying Elbaf so far, first of all? I'm waiting for like the paragraph of what she thinks in a good way. Mama Mad Dog, you're so... We got Mama Drook and Mama Mad Dog. It's true, Mama Mad Dog. Mad Dog. The thing hanging out. Right? I also feel impatient, but I know I feel impatient because it's good. You know what I mean? Like, this is... I've always said that this is one of Oda's talents, that he's not afraid to keep us in suspense or keep us guessing. Oh. That's alright, that's alright. Brr. Where's Shamrock gone? There he is. La 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 la. You're released. Alright. So, I agree with the, you're waiting for the thing in the shadows to just come out. But I was saying that that's a testament of, like, this is so exciting and there's so much we want to know that we just want to see it already. And I was saying that that's something Oda's really good at. He's really good at keeping us... Or he's really good at holding all his cards. Like, he's not scared to do that. He's not scared to make us wait, and I really appreciate that about him as an author. Because some authors, in my opinion, have a pacing problem, not within too long, but within... They just have to get to the point really quickly, because they're worried about their audience getting bored with the in-between. Exactly, right? Oda's not afraid of his audience getting bored. Or his audience going, oh my god, I just can't be bothered with this anymore. He's happy to string us along for as long as he wants. Thank you, Mama Draw. Yeah. But, what I was gonna say... Well, I think he just trusts that his story is exciting enough. And it is! He does a good job. I'm still here. I'm ready for every chapter. But what I was gonna say is, and I'm curious of your opinion on this. Oh, it was an Annan that gave you a sub. Sorry, I'm a bit sick still. But what I was gonna say, or was gonna ask, was if you've noticed this theme too. I've now... You're sick too? Oh god, I'm sorry, I probably gave it to you. I coughed and it made it across the oceans. But have you noticed the theme now of... because I only noticed this recently, of the connection between the fathers and sons in Elbaf. I only picked this up when Colin got thrown aside because they said you're not Gaban. And then because I was thinking, why in the world is Shamrock being introduced in Elbaf? What is his relevance here? But Shamrock is literally introduced as the son of Saint Garling. And then we get Loki, the son of Harold. And then we get Haidudin, the son of Harold as well. Now we have Colin, the son of Gaban. And they're all blood related. And that's a big thing, because Oda doesn't tend to blood relate unless there's royalty behind it, right? But there's not just royalty behind it. Oh, you just picked it up because of me, yippee. But there's not just royalty behind it, because Colin is blood related to Gaban. So there's clearly... Because I was at first doubting if Colin was actually blood related to Ripley. I was like, I can see Colin being another adopted kid. But he wasn't. He was blood related. And I was like, oh! So we have 4 new introduced characters, Haidudin technically not new, but 4 new introduced characters who will all have a connection with some powerful father. And it made me realize that it's very possible that Elbaf is going to be exploring sons in the shadows of their fathers, hence why Loki and Haidudin seem to have a complicated relationship with Harold, especially when the father has a powerful presence. Like, what's the son supposed to... How's the son supposed to exist if their father is of a high status and they are the son of you know, they are the son of the father. And now I was thinking that that might bring Usopp into the mix, because of course Usopp is here because of his own father. Also, half-blood racism is part of it too, because we have Haidudin with his mum being filthy of blood. We have Colin being half-blood giant and human, and not confirmed, but I think Shamrock's gonna be part of that. I think, because again, Shamrock isn't a saint. Child thing going on if you think about Saul and Robin. Like children and mentors? I didn't realize this until Colin was talking to the giants going, but I'm Gaban's son, I'm Gaban's son. And they said, yeah, you're not Gaban. And I went, oh my god, there are so many fathers and sons in Elbaf. This is crazy. Dragon could be relevant. No, Mama Mad Dog, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's going to be the point. I think the point is you don't have to follow in your father's footsteps, or your destiny is not determined by the man your father is. Because Colin clearly loves Gaban and wants to be like Gaban. But he doesn't have to be Gaban. He's still his own person. Like, if you want to follow in your father's footsteps, that should be your choice. You shouldn't have to feel forced to do that or feel pressured to do that because of who your father is. And that's why I like Loki and Haidudin, because Haidudin is filthy of blood, right? He can't be the crown king of Elbaf, the crown prince of Elbaf, because of who his mother is. Meanwhile, Loki has a resemblance to his father 1-to-1, yet Loki is the embarrassment here. And it feels like Haidudin wants to live up to who Harold was while Loki doesn't. Loki seems to not care who Harold was or what he did. He killed him, but we don't actually know yet. Fatherland. There are so many fathers and sons, and then there was this father figure in Fatherland. Yeah. Because I'm so interested in Shamrock, and Shamrock not being a saint. I really feel like Shamrock is going to have some crazy dynamic with Garling. I think it's going to be an insane complex. Well, Loki idolized Rox over Harold. That much is obvious. Once again, it seems Oda's saying blood connection is not everything. That you can still choose who to admire. And of course, One Piece is also about freedom and destiny. And there's a restriction of freedom due to who your parents are sometimes. There's a restriction of your own past due to who your parents are. And I think that might be what's going to be going, like, Oda might be getting into. The sons are not idealizing the past. That's true. Mama Mad Dog. Mama Jock, when you say disruptors, what do you mean by that? Because I was gonna nod and pretend I knew what that meant, but now I don't want to do that. I was like, why am I lying? I don't know. I don't actually know what that means. But I'd like to know. Disruptors in what sense? Agents of change. So what you mean is because they're not following on. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, but I just had to double check. But at the same time, what about Colin wanting to be like Gabon? Does that make Colin a disruptor? Because Hyoden and Loki are definitely disruptors. But what about Colin? Shamrock, we don't know enough about for me to say anything. He realizes he can't. Yeah, personally I think it might be a lesson in mentors and how we do have the choice of who we want to admire and who we want to be and who we want to shape ourselves off of. True, Mama Joke, yeah. It'll be his own thing whether he wants to be his father or not. I really like that, yeah. Because it's like Usopp and Yasopp. Usopp admired Yasopp, loved Yasopp, wanted to be a pirate just like Yasopp, but Usopp's still Usopp. He's not Yasopp, he's Usopp. But he is who he is due to his admiration for Yasopp. God, I'm so excited for Shamrock. I'm so excited for what Shamrock's story is going to be with him not being a saint and his daddy being a saint. I'm so excited for what that's going to mean. Yes! Shamrock is just beautiful. If Shamrock evil, why beautiful? Evil Shamrock. Evil Shanks. I just really want Shamrock to fuck with Buggy. Like, I want Buggy to see Shamrock and go, oh my god, there's two of them! He's like distraught. I already hated the first one, now there's a second one. Also, I have one more question for you, Mama Jork. Sorry if I'm like overloading you with questions, but it's because we talk about these things a lot in my stream, and I'm worried about becoming an echo chamber for my own ideas sometimes. So, my final question is, Cross Guild. Do you think anyone is going to join the Cross Guild? And do you think Cross Guild has a current theme? Because I have thoughts about it, but I'm curious about your thoughts about it. What chapter do we see the super old building? This one. I don't want to show it because I'm already showing too many chapters. Cross skill. Oh my god, she was silenced. It becomes absolutely... Oh my god, what? It becomes absolutely what? Why are you being silenced? Mama Jork has been shot. Your hope is the Cross Guild gets destroyed when it gets focused on by the military. Really? Interesting. Oh. Damn, she's been silenced. The world government got you. Mama Jork never existed. Oh, your worry is that it gets destroyed. Mama Jork, I always think about on the Reverie when people are talking about who's stronger, Mihawk or Shanks, and you were like, well, like, who cares? But they were like, no, but like people argue it. And you were like, well, that's stupid, it's Shanks. And you said it so matter of fact. I think about that every day of my life. That was the best thing you could have ever said. You became my hero that day. Well, that's stupid, it's Shanks. You're like, Shanks! Obviously. I've never thought about like who's stronger between Shanks and Mihawk, but I remember thinking at the time, but Shanks is a lot more diverse. It's obviously Shanks. I remember thinking, but Shanks has a lot more than Mihawk, so I guess it's... Because Mihawk even said to be Pirate King is bigger than being the Master Swordsman. Just the way you said it, it was just Shanks, obviously. That was so... I love Mihawk too. I love Mihawk more than Shanks. But that cracked me up. You had no fear in your words. That's why that cracked me up. But, sorry, I asked the thing about Cross Guild because here I've talked about it a lot. A lot of people think Doffy is going to join Cross Guild, and I totally disagree. Because I think Cross Guild has a very strong theme going on. And I think the theme is literally older generation or like older people who have lost their dream and who are getting it back. Because Buggy had a broken dream. Crocodile doesn't treat pirates like piracy anymore. He treats it like a business. And Mihawk, we don't know anything about, but he's clearly very jaded and he doesn't trust anybody. It seems like all three Cross Guild characters have broken dreams, or dreams they used to have are gone. And they're just in a very boring and sad area of their lives right now. Until Buggy heard that Shanks was going for the One Piece, and Buggy was like, oh my god, I had a dream once. I want to chase my dreams again. I can chase my dreams again. So a lot of people are saying that Doflamingo is going to join the Cross Guild, but I don't agree. Because I don't think Doffy fits in. Because Doffy's dream was to own slaves. Doffy's dream was to own slaves and like step on people, and I don't think that's something that should be in the Cross Guild. I think Cross Guild is a bunch of old dogs who think like who are more realistic, but they don't want to be realistic anymore. They want to chase their dreams again, you know? Old dogs. I know they're not old, but you know what I mean. Because I've always thought that Doffy fits a lot better with Blackbeard than he does with anyone else. I always thought if anyone is going to get Doffy out of jail and gain Doffy's power, it's Blackbeard. I never thought it would be the Cross Guild. I think the only other person that fits in with Cross Guild currently is Moria. Moria has a broken dream. He's a broken person. I can see him joining the Cross Guild. Do. Built on fast? Well, it is made by a jester. The genius jester. Yuri, Doffy thinks everyone is beneath him, yet he worked with Kaido. Doffy literally thinks he's above everyone, but he worked with Kaido. Doffy is fine working with someone if he gets what he wants. They just can't be in charge. He still has to be in charge. That's why I think Blackbeard works so well with him, because Blackbeard's whole thing is, you don't have to like me, and I don't have to like you. You don't even have to call me captain. We just need to both want something. And so long as I can help you, you can help me. Under Blackbeard, it's pretty loose, honestly. That's why Aokiji is under Blackbeard. Sorry, Kuzan is under Blackbeard, because Blackbeard said that to him. Said, you don't have to like me, I don't have to like you. We just both want something. And that sounds like something that Doffy would agree with. I like that, Mama Jork. I like that idea, yeah. That they're just picking up broken dreams and creating their own army. Kuro and Don Craig joining the Cross Guild? Possibly, actually. All I know is Doffy just doesn't have a broken dream. He's just a psychopath. I'd love to see them go full guerrilla war in the government personally. They might not win, but I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Mihawk get bloodied and beaten because I'm very normal. Crocodile has a dream of building a utopia. We don't know where that dream comes from, but a utopia, by definition, is not a negative thing. Doffy literally just wants to rule the world and sit on his throne and own slaves. Like, Doffy quite literally thinks everyone is beneath him. But Crocodile wanted a utopia, but he went through bad means to make a utopia. Like, I don't think Crocodile's dream of having a utopia is a negative thing, but he went about it in very negative ways. But Doffy doesn't want a utopia. He just wants everyone beneath him. He literally said, like, you're all worms, you're all bugs. He said, blame your blood for who you are. You are nothing but like tools to me, or whatever he said to Luffy. That whole speech was crazy. That's okay, Mama Jork. Oh, hang on. Cross-killed! Cross-skilled and cross-killed. I'm really liking this. I like that too, Mama Jork. Let the battle begin. I also just like seeing characters who people think are untouchable being touched. I like seeing characters who people think are just uber powerful getting knocked to their knees. I enjoy that very much. A warning in the background, right? Yeah. Oh man. There's so many exciting things that are gonna happen. I'm also excited for Law. I can't wait to see where Law is. And I still stand by that Zunisha needs to meet Luffy. And I still think that Zunisha is walking towards Elbaf right now. Like, actually meet Luffy as Joy Boy. I know Zunisha met Luffy, but I mean, like really talk to him. Isn't Blackbeard currently on Fuller Lead? imprisoning Garp. He got that bum Garp. I want to know what Smoker's pulling behind him. What the hell does Smoker have? I mean, Luffy is Joy Boy. Luffy wasn't Joy Boy, or seen to be Joy Boy when on Zou. Now, Zunisha has heard the drums and is going, Joy Boy! I hope they kill Garp. Kill that old man. I like someone's idea that because they have Pudding, they're gonna make Pudding pull Garp's memories out and we're gonna see what happened on God Valley. And we're actually gonna have through someone's eyes of what happened on God Valley. That would be awesome. I'm so convinced Big Mom's coming back in Elbaf. She's just too connected to Elbaf. She's too connected to Elbaf. La 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 la. I can get echo chambered, right? I can be like, yes, I am correct. And everyone goes, good job in my chat. And then I go, fuck. Maybe I need an outside eye here. I need to talk about Egghead with you more, Mama Draw, because I really liked your ideas on Egghead being the Garden of Eden. I think about that a lot. Rage of bazillion bees. I don't know a lot about Norse mythology. Oh, do you want to hear my tin hat idea? That the elder that can turn into a horse is... that sorry. The reason Loki has a special bounty is because the elder that can turn into a horse wants Loki. I got that from Norse mythology. Can you guess why?
Howdy do, boys!
I don't actually believe this, I need you to know, but this is my fun theory. The celestial elder that can turn into a horse. No. No, Loki's the wife. Yeah, I can totally guess what. Someone said to me, in Norse mythology, Loki gets pregnant, and I immediately looked up how that happens, and it was horse. And I was like, that's why one of the elders is a horse. Checkmate. But yeah, the Garden of Egghead being the literal forbidden fruit, as Vegapunk quite literally has an apple on his head, is a good bet. Because I used to wonder, why are all the women the ones with evil traits? And then it's like, well, because Eve took the first bite of the apple, I suppose. But even then, Lilith is the only one that, like, truly got out. Like, the other stellars are... The other satellites are, like, alive, but they're like a weird animatronic glob right now. Lilith is the only one that fully survived and got out. Oopsie, that was an accident. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Odin. Norse Odin or Wano Odin? Not over my Loki comment. This is my Zoro kills Kaido theory. What's the old elder's name? Bold elder? Horse elder? That he'll get Loki pregnant. New Odin. Interesting. Noose Judo. Yeah, he's getting Loki pregnant. Ethan. You know what I call the elders? Tall elder, skinny elder, fat elder, bald elder, dead elder. Those were the elders. Oh, stupid hair elder. Those are the elders. No, stupid hair elder. I don't remember the elders' names. I just remember one's fat, one's thin, one's tall, one's bald, one's dead, and one has stupid hair. He's always by the window. Which one is that? I pressed the wrong button. Who the hell is all I remember is Jupiter. And I actually don't know which one Jupiter is. His name just makes me laugh. Jupiter. Tall elder? I'm gonna say something controversial. You know, in America, you're culturally relevant when Family Guy references you. That's all I'll say. I know we just jumped to Family Guy just then, but I really had to think about that. And I think I'm right. Hyoguri's old peanut dude. Yeah, if I only remember them by appearance, I tell people you can't call them that. Like the guy on Blackbeard's crew, I've already forgotten his name. I'm like, you have to say like Michael Jackson. I'll remember that. There are just too many names in One Piece. How am I meant to remember them all? Especially if I don't really think about them much. Peter, they're trying to learn about the Void Century. Where's Loki falling over? I can't believe I guessed that. It was delayed, but I still guessed it. That Loki was just gonna fall over. Who's the dude in Dressrosa who says with a G? I never remember his name. Lao G, I never remember. I can't remember half of the Dressrosa characters, and Dressrosa is my second favorite arc. Cavendish, Bartolomeo, Monchetti, Haiduden, Baby Five, Senor Pink, Lucy the Bull, Rebecca, Viola, Kairos, Usi, sorry, was the bull, Usi, Moosey. I didn't remember Dellinger, but Thrash said Dellinger. Cottazon, obviously, Law, obviously. Leo? Was that Monchetti's little boyfriend's name? Pika. I never Renee. I never remember the name of the fucker who was with Baby Five and was like a fan guy, like he could fly. What the hell was his name? Buffalo? Oh, that fucking guy. I never remember his name. And the name of the fellow with the wavy sword. Diamante! I knew that! I knew that. I don't remember the name of the art girl, the old art lady. I don't remember the Boom Boom Man. Yeah, do you see what I mean? I can't remember all this shit. I don't remember half of Luffy's Grand Fleet. I remember Cavendish and Bartholomew. And Haiduden. And Leo, technically. That's half. Oh, Fujitora. Oh, fuck, the girl that was leading Zoro around. The little tontata. Fuck, I know her name. Oh, I really like her. How can I forget this? I had to look. It's Wicker. Fuck, how could I forget that? I thought she was so funny. I thought her dynamic with Zoro was absolutely hilarious. They were like little friends. Name of Doffy's father? Don Quixote! Homing. Okay. There are too many characters. Great chatting. Lao G and his whole character's a dick joke. Oh my god, he is penis shaped. And then he gets hard and like pointy. Oh no, wait, the other guy does that. Wait, he looks like an eggplant. You might be correct. I think this is a dick joke. I never made... I have a foul mind and I never made that connection. That's insane. Like G-spot. Why would you say that? Oh my god. Go stream, Mama Jock. Tell your stream that you've said something horrendous to me. So Laoji and Garp had sex? That's what I'm hearing. They know already. Bye-bye, Mama Jork. Thank you for dropping by. Good timing, because I'm nearly done with this. I don't want to name all of Big Mom's children. I'm not doing this. No, fuck that. I'm not doing that. A smoothie. Yats is the name of the... You're fucking lying to me. Katakuri, 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 katakuri. That's all that fucking matters. Who cares about anyone else? Parent Tamago. Shut up. Oh my god, I've had too much chocolate. Name foods I like. And I got 30% of the characters. Olives. Saltimbocca. Lasagna. Is that anything? Choice. Blue cheese. Charlotte cucumbers and hummus. Name a food I like, and it'll probably be a Big Mom kid. Charlotte Sunji. Hey, that nearly happened. I literally always think about the fact that Sanji was marrying into Big Mom's family and not the other way around. Sanji would have become a Charlotte. That was like the whole point of the merger. That Sanji becomes a Big Mom pirate. I think about that all the time. That's my beautiful wife right there. Because that was the point. That if Sanji married Pudding, he'd be part of the Big Mom family. Therefore, the Straw Hats would be part of the Big Mom Pirates, and that's why Sanji was trying to disconnect himself with them. Bye-bye. Anyone want to play Mario Party after this? Because I can't upload this yet. I gotta wait for my my sponsors. No one wants to play games with me. I mean, I gotta make the sponsor segment anyway, so maybe it's for the best. I can't add chapter 1146 to this because I talk about every chapter in context with each other. I have to like drastically change parts of the script if I were to add chapter 1146. Also, I don't want this video to get any longer, personally. No plans to watch the anime as of yet. I'm too busy for that. You're up for some Mario. Tell you what, I'll do my sponsor segment. I'll see how long that takes me, and I might be back for Mario. But I can't promise anything because I should prioritize making that sponsor segment first. I just realized I stuffed up. Huh? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Ow. Hi, Sanji. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but I really like Sanji. It's okay if you didn't know that, though. Alright, I'm done editing for today. The video is done, but it won't be out, as I said, for a while. Probably... It's Easter holidays, isn't it? Give me 2 days and this will be released, and I'll immediately get to work on the new chapter and writing up the new chapter, the new chapter review. And I then should be back on track. Thank God for that. My God, getting sick and all the shit that was happening over March to April was a mess. Touch wood that nothing fucks up again for me by the end of April. Or I'm going to actually lose my mind. So, thank you everyone for sitting with me. This was a shorter stream, of course it was going to be, but hey, the last stream was 2 hours, so I've been streaming for 4 hours technically. So let me get in my box. Yay. Alright, thank you everyone. I super appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. And I will see you guys when I see you guys. Whenever that is. Until then, fare thee well. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.